So hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lois and we talk about all things planner related and whatever crazy planner tangents I'm on at the particular moment. So I've been a planner girl since before planners were cool. Been most recently in an A6 rings and a Hobonichi weeks. And I thought I'd give you an update on what I'm doing in September. As you may have seen already, if you watched my last video, you'll know that I tried to plan in my Hobonichi weeks in August and quickly realized that that was just not the right place for me right now. So she got put back on the shelf. I will continue to use this as a memory planner and tracker of history for the rest of the year, just because I have everything from January up to now in there, and I want to be sure that I continue that and I have one place where everything is in one book. And so that's what this book will be for the rest of the year. I have not yet decided what I'm doing for 2022, so I'll let you know as soon as I figure that out. But that's where we are with the weeks. Now, as far as the rings, my plan was to go back into the rings for the month of September. And as you'll see, I set up my planner with all these pretty dividers for September. I set up my September pages and I started down a merry path of using this in September. And after about 2 weeks, I was just like, you know, I'm just tired of this. I've been in this planner since January, pretty much exclusively. I use the weeks a little bit here and there, but I've been back and forth between those two and nothing else. And I don't know why, but for some reason I've just like had it up to here with this planner, and I wanted something different. I think partly because the ring size in this is small. I don't know, maybe it's the smaller size of the page, I don't know, but it was starting to bug me. So last week I was like, what do you want to do? You got to have a planner. And so I pulled this out, and this is a Leuttchturm 1917 B6 Slim. It's a soft cover notebook, and I had set it up back in August to use as a bullet journal and then never did anything with it because I was in this for August, right? So I've been kind of on this flip flop back and forth. What do I want to do for the last 2 months? So I thought, well, I'll just get back to basics. I'll use this like a bullet journal, be very simple in my setup. I'm not going to add a lot of collections in the back. I'm not going to do a lot of stuff, and I'll use this for the month of September, at least the last couple of weeks, and kind of get my head on straight and figure out what I want to do. So I taped in some calendar pages. There were things in here set up already that I just ripped out from a previous attempt at bullet journaling. And then I just taped these in and set things up. So I had August through the end of the year. I had forward Calendex for 2022. And this was where I was thinking I was going to use it in August. And then this is where I started using it last week. So I put my tracker in here. I put a calendar here. Here's my meal plan. Here's my to-dos for the month. And then I put all my weeks for September in here. And then I just started doing daily rapid logging. And I had a section on the side of kind of like split the page in 2/3 and 1/3. And anything on this side would be related to my husband or my daughter. Anything over here was for me. And it was just truly rapid log, you know, making notes, adding to-dos, checking things off. Highlights, I like using highlights, so anything pink was related to my daughter, anything green's related to money. And I got as far as Friday, and I was like, you know, this just isn't going to cut it for me. I bullet journaled in a Stalogy for a year back in 2019. I think I did it for 8 months, and it was fine, except for when you get to a certain point in the book, even though it will lay flat, there's still this like hump in the middle, and especially if you start taping stuff in, you get wrinkles and lumps, and that was bugging me already in just a week in here. And I thought, okay, if that's the case, I'm not even going to waste any more time, go any further with this. So then I started thinking about, well, what do I want to do? And I was talking to a friend of mine who was also coincidentally having a little minor planner crisis. And I told her to sit down and think about, what does she love in a planner? What does she not? What does she need? What does she not need? And the one thing that I realized that I love is I love the ability in rings to be able to rearrange things, use as many pages as I need, take things out, put things in, and even being able to just pull a page out of the rings, write on it, and then stick it back in, I really like. So I decided I need to go back into rings, but I didn't want to go back into the A6 rings. And so then I went into this little tailspin of, do I want to go into A6? Do I want to go into A5? What do I want to do? And where I landed was this. And let me move these guys out of the way. This is where I landed, which this is a personal size Filofax original. It's my favorite color of the personal original, or of the originals, period. It's the dark aqua. And since it's my birth month, I decided to use my favorite color. And I pulled this out, which I have not used this in over a year. It's probably been since summer of last year, maybe, that I haven't used a personal size. I've been in A6 and other sizes. So I pulled this out and I decided that I would set this up. So I spent the better part of the last 2 days setting this up again. And I just thought I would walk you through what I have. So in the front, just some post-it notes, and I created these page underneath the dividers, the pictures in Canva. If anybody's interested, let me know. I'm happy to share the PDF of the personal size dashboards if you're interested. But I just thought these colors matched the dark aqua perfectly. So yeah, so pictures, just like my A6. In the front is my shopping and notes. So all of my shopping, which these are split, tear out easy, notes pages, things like that. Then some post-its here. Then I'm going to forward planning. This is another one I did in Canva. This is from Marcia Bermucci, school calendar. I took out, I didn't put in, actually not took out, but didn't put in January through August, because I wasn't going to go back and back plan. So I just started these in September. So I have September through December in here. Put my doctor appointment cards on the rings so it's easy for me to find the information about doctor's appointments. Then this is a Calendex for next year, so I can start noting dates here for the first half of next year. This is just a quick reference. And then this section is my calendar, like weekly and daily pages. So again, did this in Canva. Cocoa Daisy. This is SM Plans. This is a new sleep tracker that I'm trying for this month. It has this layout, which is the number of hours of sleep, and then this one, which has same thing, number of hours of sleep, and then I added at the bottom a mood tracker and just put it there. Then here are my to-dos for the month. Same setup, exact same setup as is in here, as is in here, and as was in here. So nothing changes about my system except for the container. So you'll see it's literally the same setup. So this, I didn't back plan in here either, but this is the DIY fish just in the personal size. So here is this past week. I did back plan this week because I started using this midweek. And just to show you here, here's what Monday looked like. And I just thought it was really interesting that, you know, if you compare, you know, it's about the same amount of space, even though this page is smaller. The grid size on here is a little bigger. This grid size is a little smaller, but everything, you know, pretty much the same. So lots of scribbles and thoughts and things like that. And then back behind this, I have the October divider from Cocoa Daisy because I have my October kit already. I printed some of the note paper that they have, the printable, just to jot notes if I needed to jot down anything about October. And this is a mood tracker that Cocoa Daisy has that I printed out, that I'm going to try to use this instead of this for next month. I'll do this with the leaves. I thought that was pretty. And then this is my next section. So this is all about me. The next section behind that is a divider here. This actually is a Filofax pocket page. Just something to be aware of if you have any. Don't leave things in too long because all the toner came off and it's now stuck to the plastic. So this will probably live in here forever and ever, unfortunately. Behind that is going to be a health section for me. So I'm tracking medicines and doctor visits and things like that. Then behind that is my next section. And as it says, it's finances and adulty stuff. My daughter, who's in college, says she's always looking for a more adulty adult. I guess that would be me. The next section is my family stuff. So this is anything related to the kids, to the house, projects, travel, things like that, that are things related to my family. The next section is my husband. So this has got his health information, his doctor's appointments, all of that stuff. So I thought that was the perfect divider for that. And then my last section, I ran out of these really nice clear plastic dividers. I need to order some more. So I just repurposed one from, I think it was a Michael's planner that I had gotten, cut it down to size and punched new holes. And this is just blank note paper that I've actually repurposed out of notebooks that I didn't finish. And I just cut it down to fit. And I have another one of those pocket pages. This one fortunately hasn't yet eaten these pictures, so I may take them out so that I don't have that problem. Here is a page lifter that is 100 years old, and a zipper pocket with some stamps and a ruler, and then there's stuff in the back here. One other thing I wanted to note is this is a elastic that came in the October kit. I think it was October kit, might have been September, but it came in one of the kits from Cocoa Daisy. And she talked about how, Christine talked about how this was supposed to be a pin loop for your Cocoa Daisy pen. And since my Sarasa insert or refills don't fit in a Cocoa Daisy pen, I'm using my Sarasa pen, Sarasa Grand, but it fits perfect without any problem because it doesn't have any rubbery stuff on there. And that allows me to have 2 pen loops in use in my planner. This one I usually don't use because when I got this planner used, it was very stretched out, and I always worry about something, you know, slipping out of there. And I don't even know why they put this here as a pin loop, because if you put something in there and you close it, it hits your rings, so you can't really use it. To me, it's completely useless. Excuse me. So I put this on there, tucked it behind the strap here, and because it's inside, when you close the planner, your pen is secure, the strap is secure, and you have a nice pin loop. So my plan is to use the personal rings for the rest of the year, and to continue to use this as a memory keeper. I have thought seriously about maybe using the Cocoa Daisy personal size inserts, but for right now I'm sticking to what I know works, which are the DIY fish pages and my bullet journal style of journaling. I know it works, it makes me happy, and I'm so happy to be back in the personal rings. It's my friend Lisa said, it feels like coming home, doesn't it? And I said, yes, it absolutely does. So I'm looking forward to pulling all of my personal planner binders off the shelf, dusting them off, and cycling through them for the rest of the year. I can't wait. So you'll probably see a different cover every month, because I'll probably have fun matching them to the Cocoa Daisy colors for the month. Anyway, this is the planning chaos that is my life, and I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know. What will happen with this little guy? He'll go in a dust bag, go on the shelf. I will archive the papers that are in here because as you may have seen in my video about what do I do with my ring pages when I'm done, I do save them, I do archive them. And if I decide I want to go back into the A6, it'll be very easy for me to pick it back up and run. But truthfully, one of the things I've realized through this little experimentation in August and September is I'm a rings girl at heart. I love my rings. I love the flexibility of my rings. I love the fact that it lays flat when I'm working and I can flip to a page. I can use my page markers and flip to things. I can add, subtract, rearrange. I can print out pretty things like this and stick them in on a whim, and when I'm done with it, take it out, and there's no commitment, there's no stress, there's no need to count the number of pages that are left to see if I have enough for a month. None of that. So if nothing else, what I learned and realized this month and last month is that rings are my thing, and I'm going to try really hard to stay put in rings of one form or another. A6, personal, probably one of the two. Now, what does that mean about the Hobonichi order that you may have seen in my Instagram feed? Well, that's to be determined. I'll show you what I got on another video, and we'll talk about what I think I'm going to do for 2022. I'm not making any commitments yet. It's only September. I have plenty of time to change my mind, and I have other things that I want to experiment with and try out between now and the end of December. So stay tuned on that, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you have any questions, let me know. If anybody does want the dashboards that are in here that I printed in Canva, it's all free public domain photos as far as I'm concerned, so I'm happy to share those with you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, everybody. Bye.